Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, the High Guy Jacobs, and today we're diving deep into the results of Archipelago Raid that just ended here at the end of May. In 2025, it is about the time for GROP to start developing our name for ourselves, and as you can see directly in this field fight we're jumping into, this is based on chainsaws. Now, we're going to give you a little bit of some story here. Truth be told, this balancing in regards to AR was quite heavy towards one side or the other. Basically, Jade and Gold were quite strong compared to Azure and Crimson, and so everything came down to basically a fight between Jade and Gold for everything. Even so much into this chainsaws, this came down to the very last showing of chainsaws in order for us to secure it. And we'll show you how it actually comes down to the actual last couple of chainsaws in order for us to secure it. It's very, very close. But so our entire goal was to push them out of the field as best we could, while the rest of our team was going ahead and capture these chainsaws and basically just preventing them from getting as many as we could. Holding them off in the field, fighting them in the field, and just preventing them, or at least trying to catch those chainsaws as best we could before they did. So you'll see me going in here. I'm only running 3 marches in the field because I've decided wholeheartedly that 2 of my 3 marches are not strong enough, or 2 of my 5 marches, pardon me, are not strong enough. So I'm going to be marching with 3 in the field here moving forward. And so a lot of this is just getting used to it. Moving with the group, attacking in numbers, and targeting the same troops. Obviously, here's a situation where I'm getting picked off, so instead of just running away, best advice, if you can't run, fight. And if you can't fight, run. Well, I guess it's the other way. If you can't fight, run, and if you can't run, fight. Right? So this entire time we've been pushed through. We've had most of our guys going ahead and taking care of the chainsaws while the tier 6s move forward. At which point, which is something we continue to do, pardon my yawn. So I end up airdropping these guys to have to prevent myself from taking that long walk to be able to help out as much as I can. Because they start coming in here to try to take off our chainsaws as they realize they're going to start losing them here. So they start to move into our situation. But we've already taken all the chainsaws on their side of the map. So most of our players can actually just retreat comfortably and take the chainsaws as we go, as the rest start to push them away. Which, to be honest, I have to give total credit to Jade. We did a really good job at keeping Gold focused, pardon me. And ensuring that they didn't collect the chainsaws at the end. And like I said, you'll see the scores and how close it was, but it really, really was up to the last iteration of chainsaws for us to be able to win this entirely and keep the win for ourselves. Now, you'll notice here me moving across because I noticed that this guy's running down to try to snake some other chainsaws. Bad Panda. But Bad Panda's way stronger than I am. So if you'll notice here, what I try to do is stick to his back troops, the ones that are the slowest. But he does the exact same thing. He can't run without losing, so he ends up just bringing back the fight. And we end up fighting. Of course, he ends up wiping me out or doing a lot better. But in the process, I've distracted him and waited enough time for the rest of the alliance to be able to come and help too. Now, once we have the numbers, he starts to run away because obviously he can't keep up. Which makes it a little bit easier for our groups. Now, granted, we might have gone a little bit too far, but of course, going as far as we can to give as much time as we can for the rest of our team to collect those chainsaws. They have a couple at their side, but if you notice, it's all down to the last ones. We end up taking chainsaws, which sets up phase 2, and we're going to walk right into that. This is the start of phase 2, building directly into blue from Gold's perspective. Now, there is a lot to kind of have to talk about here in regards to what our plan is, because as you'll notice, there's a lot of back and forth that we have. We build directly into blue, but blue also has an opportunity to build in basically 2 different fronts for us. So they can build around back and try to plan to take us out by the 6. They're able to do that. Or they're able to build directly into us, which they try to do here. Now, our plan was to build into blue, lock blue out, and then build directly into Gold on the left-hand side of the map, or left-hand side of the middle. But we realized that blue was doing nothing more than just defending and basically preventing us from doing any of the other, preventing us from doing what we wanted to do. So we end up building out towers in the back and having the smaller players build out towers on the right-hand side of the middle instead to be able to get us down to the gold and red side a little bit faster to help our allies Crimson, fight off gold and keep them out of the middle. So, as we go through this, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. Lots of rallies, lots of fights, lots of field fights. We do rely a lot on Chad's Rubina because a 6 million hero is pretty, or almost 7 million hero is pretty unbeatable in these brackets. So you will see his rally doing a lot of damage in those situations. And we try our best to make sure that he's got a couple rallies running with him, so it's not just Chad's rally. Making sure that we have a tank rally going for him first, and then obviously more damage rallies from there. I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to kick the music off. If you guys like, don't forget to comment. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, fill out the notification bell, and if you can, go ahead and click that join button and become a member today. It's only $5 a month, and it goes a long way to helping us stay sustainable and keeping us creating content. So if you can go ahead and click that join button, become a member, and help out the channel. Other than that, let's kick it off and just have some fun, guys.
That you're safe, that you're here in my arms. I think that you should know that together we belong. You are not with all the time. I can fight, can't erase them. Go, 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 go. But I was born out of feelings. I'm
So if you'll notice, we do a lot of rallying and not a lot of field fighting because we noticed that they were stronger in the field, not blue, pardon me, but we noticed that gold ends up being stronger in the field than us. So we end up basically calling all troops back and not fighting the field and doing as much as we can to focus on rallies and garrisons because our rallies and garrisons ended up doing a lot better than we anticipated. Which is a strategic thing, right? So if you notice your opponents are much more in the field, well, you can take your troops out of the field and work more on your rallies and garrisons. As long as you have good rally and garrison commanders, you should have no problem kind of maintaining that front. So we ended up doing a lot of the same things, and truth be told, I think that's a much better play, especially because fighting in the field, as I've said before, is one of the most expensive ways to play this game. You fill up your hospital faster, you kill troops faster, you need more resources and speed-ups, and then you don't have troops when you actually need them for rallies and garrisons. Yes, in rallies and garrisons, you end up killing more troops, but the truth is, if you don't build troops to kill them, you're building troops for the wrong reason. So, other than that, we're going to go back to these rallies. I hope you guys end up liking them. I am running Stella Eddie, which I think is a superior pairing to Stella Bodala. But that's only for me. I'm not really a rally main. I'm just a tank main for the moment until Chad gets online. Once Chad gets online, you'll start to see his rallies more often and the damage coming from his Rubina. But it really is that simple, right? Send your rallies, send your garrisons, refill your rallies, refill your garrisons. Jump through shelters, jump through nodes to get, to refill. And let them swarm. I mean, if they're going to swarm, 9 times out of 10, them swarming makes them lose a lot more troops, is worse exchanges for them, worse trades for them. Most of the time, that's the case, especially if you have good rally leaders, which is why we like to rely on those guys, okay? Why we like to rely on those players instead of having to need, to have massive field fighters instead. So if you have a couple of good players to run rallies and garrisons, that should be enough. You can actually step away from the field a little bit and save some resources, save some troops, save some, pretty much everything that you need to save in order to continue fighting.
You felt so safe back then. Be honest, you live in your own circle.
one way we noticed that they were playing defensive and just trying to hold us up is that even when they were connected, they never once sent a rally against our tower. They only played defense. They built that tower specifically so that we would have to destroy it before moving forward. And they didn't build any farther than this. I think they knew that they weren't any match for us directly. They weren't going to be able to fight us directly. So they were doing what they could to kind of hinder gold throughout the process. And again, I give them credit. I mean, they, for the most part, didn't give up as early as I think they probably could have. But it's just IGG matchmaking. Not much you can do about it. Don't do what I do. Don't swarm people's bases like that. The amount that you lose is not worth what you gain. Okay? Don't do it. Don't swarm. It's not smart. Remember, only 10 people at a time can attack a base. So even if you have 40 marches running on it, only 10 are doing damage at a time. Which means it's not worth it. Rally the base. Keep them there, right? You can run your marches to hit them. Pardon me.
Oh baby, can you pray? 'Cause every time you make time, it's holy to the end. So pray tonight.
Sorry about that. No, but very simply, do not swarm them, rally them, and keep them in place. You can attack them and then retreat off of them repeatedly. Like hit them, enter battle, and then step off. And let that timer time out, and then hit them again to keep them locked in place. Okay, so there's ways to do it to still be able to get your hits and, to prevent them from teleporting out and stuff like that and forcing them to shield. But the biggest thing you want to remember is not to swarm those bases, but to rally them instead. I know this is falling on deaf ears. Most people will, in fact, swarm because they see other people doing it, but do yourself a favor and don't do it anymore. It is not smart. It's a loss of troops, a loss of might, a loss of resources, all for nothing.
Pray chance and let you in. Just take my hand and take me home tonight.
You see, I spend a lot of time going through the rally lists. I'm number one checking how many we have, who's running first, how to be able to do them strategically. Because a lot of times, especially in AR, when you have multi-rallies, you have the capability of linking them together. So you can send 3 rallies, right? 1 from every alliance. And 3 rallies on a target will deal damage. But that doesn't mean you can't send 4 or 5 rallies against that target and then cycle out those rallies as they start to hit, right? Which means that you're always going to have fresh rallies. So you could start 3, and then 2 minutes later start another one. Then 2 minutes later start another one. Then 2 minutes later start another one. Then 2 minutes later start another one, and then keep cycling them out as they hit. Number one, that will prevent them from being able to do counter rallies, right? As well as allowing you to continue to hit at the strongest that your rallies will hit. So there's lots of strategy that comes in play. And just like now when we're looking at gold side, because red is built up, they've built up a lot of towers to give them territory, to prevent gold from getting into them and to delay them as long as possible, which allows us to build into them, which is what we're doing now. We're building up along the right-hand side to help red with gold, which will technically open 3 war fronts for us. We'll have a gold front and then 2 on blue. And blue will actually try a couple of times here to be able to step into those areas and influence the game from there. But as you see, we start to build through them. We're going for that gate to lock them out of the middle area as fast as possible. The sooner we can lock them out, the sooner we can focus all of our attentions on gold. And now you will see this strategy come out when it comes to a lot of different teams. They'll end up dropping these zombie spawns to prevent you from moving in. It's clever. It's annoying. I freaking hate it. Which is also why we always have our smaller players clear them out. If you're going to give us zombies to clear, we're just going to take the free rewards. And the smaller tier 4, tier 5s will clear those out, no problem. So go ahead and drop them, because honestly, when you drop them, it makes them easier for us. Now, you'll see I have that X-ray capture over the tier 6 gate, because we wanted to make sure that we balanced the cement as much as we can among our legion. For those who didn't know, yes, you get bonus cement generated from each of the targets that you capture, whether they're the watchtowers, the outposts, or pardon me, the treasure towers, treasure cities, things like that, gates. You'll get bonus cement, but it's only the alliance that captures it that actually gets the bonus cement. So we wanted to make sure that we split that up as much as possible, so you'll see us balance that out. X-ray ended up getting one, we ended up getting one. Basically, everybody in the Legion ended up getting their own, and we're responsible for taking one, which gave bonus cement split up among everybody. Now, if you end up in a region or in a Legion where not everybody has full tech, for example, you might not want to do that. You might want to take, if you have full tech, for example, you might want to take up all the cement you can. If you're more active, you might want to take up all the cement, but because we were fairly balanced in that sense, we went and had everybody take one. So a little bit of sharing, a little bit of balance for everybody, and a little bit of bonus cement for everybody too. I thought that was kind of funny. As soon as we took that gate, it was just like a flood of blue coming through the gate as the troops just made their way through to invade. Start pushing through, start killing towers, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we just want to disconnect them from the gate. Our goal wasn't to push through and to take anything off the bat. Our goal was to lock them out so that we could focus on gold. Once we could close them out and keep them out of the gate, set up a good garrison, then we can focus on gold and be okay. And that was our entire goal. Now we can start moving up. We started building up, so we're getting close enough. So we start bouncing back and forth as we're needed. We know that we're taking blue pretty well, so there's no real reason for us to stay, all of us there. So now a bunch of us start jumping up to the north side. And you'll see me jump up there too. A little bit of field fighting, which again, isn't very smart. I'm not necessarily smart for doing it, but I only run 3 in the field now. And, I mean, it's still fun. There's still enjoyable parts to it, right? You still want to be able to help out. But realize that most of my points that I collect, for example, are in garrisons and rallies. Running rallies, running garrisons. That's where most of your points are. But a little bit of field fighting, a little bit of poking, a little bit of fun. Hope you guys are enjoying. And I gotta give them credit. Gold does a pretty good job of fighting us both off. I mean, obviously they've got red and blue to contend with, or red and Jade to contend with, Crimson and Jade. So it is just the two. It's basically just them against us, and they don't have much foundation for bringing up a lot of shelters. So unfortunately, to me, it looks like they've kind of, set themselves behind the dime, if you will. So as soon as this tower goes up, you see people teleporting in. We are ready. Chad is there. He's ready to rock. We start to build the other tower so we can make contact and have good defense on it. And then once we do this, we can start rallying on the outside. It becomes a situation where I'm looking at it thinking I wanted to put more marches in the field almost every single time, but I have to be aware not to. But here, red starts to build out too, giving gold more targets to focus on. And obviously, as you can see, just the shelter count alone, they become quite overwhelmed quite quickly. So, but this becomes the culmination of it, really. It's a lot of back and forth like this where we're jumping between gold and blue and gold and blue. Just kind of marching our way through. But again, I don't give them any, negative wishes. I mean, they did their best. I give them a lot of credit. It's just unfortunate they weren't able to keep up, right? Either way, let's just dive back in. Let's have some fun.
in a city, still so far from home. I've searched for you all my life. Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.
That's where I have to give Chad a lot of credit. We started doing some swapping back and forth. So he would rally one, then I would rally the other, and then we would swap. Because they would keep moving their garrisons back and forth to which one they would want. And then Chad was always hitting the stronger one. And I was always hitting the weaker one. So it worked well for our benefit until they kind of gave up. It's quite clever. But see, here's the point. Blue started building into our backside. So we had to like basically have a team respond over there to stop them from building that tower. Right? So that's what we did. We had to respond to the back side, to the front side, to the gold side, all over the place.
Satellites. When I'm old and losing sight, carry me home all through the night. I need your love, I need your light, like city nights and satellites. When I'm old and losing sight, carry me home all through the night.
So you start to see us basically fighting on three fronts at once. We've got Zuki on one side, Zombie Eater on one side, myself on another side, Chad on another side. And it really does involve a lot of back and forth. Now, we do end up burning out some of the gold shelters and things like that as we end up taking the towers. But again, they end up costing so much. People end up not rallying. They end up swarming, and swarming costs so much more. And then you don't get a rally in, and then you end up... It's just a bad idea. So do yourselves a favor. Do not swarm. Rally instead, because even as you can see, if you look at those trades... Like, look at those trades. They're only dealing 7,000 damage, and they're being dealt 4,000 counter damage. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't do it. You're just wasting troops. You don't want to. You don't want to swarm. You do want to rally. That's why we rally. We rally. We rally. We rally. Right? Look at this. They start attacking, and look at how much damage, counter damage they're taking. 3,000, 2,000 at a tit. Like, that's just so much unneeded loss. Right? So we send a rally instead. Yeah, we send a rally and we let the rally do the damage until they go ahead and shield. But again, don't swarm shelters, guys. Rally them, rally them, rally them.
Let me get closer to the please strike me thunder. So I can be free. So I've come to that conclusion. I'm just one man. man amongst thousands. In this world, I'll them shout they'll do fine without me. The chemicals in my head.
See, here's a prime example of some of the things that you want to start focusing on when you're fighting in the field. Pulling your troops, hitting a little bit, then pulling your troops out of the circle or out of the damage or out of the death ball or whatever you want to call it, murder ball. Pulling yourself out of the damage so that you're not getting AoE to things like that. So pull them out, hang around the outside, hit on the outside, hit on the outside, and keep doing the back and forth type stuff. That's really what you want to focus on. Because if you basically just send your troops to attack, you'll just end up getting swarmed, and then you end up losing your troops quite quickly. So even when you are fighting the field, you want to be smart about it. The best way to be smart about it is to, like I said, stick to the outside, stick to hyper-focusing troop types, and focusing troops and marches as a group, right? Eliminate them one at a time, get them off the field. Same type of idea, but that's what we ended up doing a lot. Now here we end up building back towards the Gold Gate. We have both red and or both Crimson and Jade start building towards Gold Gate to lock them out of the middle too. If we can lock out both, it's just going to secure a nice victory for the East Legion, or the East faction, pardon me.
We're doing alright. When we are apart, we always do the same dance. Always on the fence, never making sense. I'm not gonna feel a thing tonight. I'm not gonna be the one tonight. Don't wanna hear anything that you say. Your love is a game that I don't wanna play. So don't say you need me when I walk away. So many words but they don't mean a thing. You blur the lines between love and obscene. So don't say you need me, cause we're not a thing. We're not a thing. We're not a thing. I'm doing alright. Since we are apart, you know it's always the heart first. Don't care if it hurts, you're making it worse. I'm not gonna feel a thing tonight. Not gonna feel a thing. I'm not gonna see your face tonight. Not gonna see your face. Don't wanna hear anything that you say. Your love is a game that I don't wanna play. So cry all you want, but I still walk away. Cry all you want, but I still walk away. So many words, but you don't mean a thing.
So you'll see, notice there, I kind of screwed up a little bit. I didn't mean to start a rally on the gate. I meant to start a rally on the rally that was coming to target our tower. That's what I meant to do, but I ended up clicking on the gate instead. And so when I saw that damage coming and ticking off, and of course not doing as much as we needed to, we definitely needed me out of there as quick as we could. So, so as soon as we did that, we moved into Chad's damage much sooner. And you'll notice why, because Chad's damage is just ridiculous. So here's a prime example. We moved back to start dealing with blue because they were pushing back into us, and then gold started pushing up as well, so we had to kind of respond. And we weren't actually able to hold them off on both sides at the same time, so we did have to do a little bit of swapping back and forth. But it's a good thing that we ended up having that Ethan Lewis as a garrison, because that Ethan Lewis was very, very effective at holding off their garrison pieces, which is kind of exactly what we wanted to do. This is where it's crazy to me. Even when he's taking a counter rally, his Rubina is basically able to take off the main target and the counter rally at the same time, which to me is just absolutely just disgusting. Rubina is great. Great hero. Good addition. You know, good addition to the team.
Lately you don't feel like yourself, and you kinda hate it. You suppress all of the thoughts in your head and say it's complicated. You hide your pain, but I can see it etched on your face. I know the feeling, swear you're okay, but you're barely breathing. Don't you walk away. 'Cause I feel you getting lost, I feel you trailing off. I feel it in your words when you say there's nothing wrong. There's something so subliminal about the way that your hands shake whenever you talk. You stare into space like you're lost in your thoughts, surrounded by your paper walls. Tell me what's been going on. Tell me what's been going on.
See, what's so good about this is the fact that they keep refilling the gate, because the gate provides deaths, and they're already losing the exchanges, so they're basically just killing more of their troops. And some of these exchanges that we're getting are like 10-to-1 deaths to like our deaths to their deaths. We'll lose 20,000, they'll lose 200,000 in deaths. So it's like in that situation, we're going to keep running rallies the entire time because you don't have a way to respond. You can't swarm them. You can't. Your garrison's not strong enough. All you're doing is, sacrificing from here. What they should be doing is backing off the gate, right? Fortifying around it and trying to fight in towers and trying to force the fight to the field instead, where they might have an advantage. Because they know that they can't keep us up when it comes to garrisons and rallies. That's where we're winning. So unless they come up with something better, I mean, it's just a lost cause for them, right? And if you think about it, they're just losing so many troops on these fights to prevent that checkpoint, and we're not losing near as many in comparison. So we're going to let those rallies run as often as we can, do as much damage as we can, and basically just wear them out, right? Because as soon as they don't have enough troops to support anymore, they're going to back off, and that's just it. So we're just going to keep pushing until they have nothing left. And since we're winning the trades, it's only a matter of time.
Going on.
'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you're with me, baby, don't you see I'm shining?
You might also see me moving that Alliance rally point around a lot. I move it around fairly often because those 3 free relocators are quite important to saving the amount of relocators you have in your bag so that you don't have to run out, because unfortunately running out sucks. So use your 3 alliances, 3 alliance relocators. Let them recharge 1 per day, right? Use them. That's what they're there for. And if your alliance leader doesn't move that point out to the points of access where they need to be, then you're doing something wrong. Now, you will notice here we are moved up to the gold front. We were just down in blue. We weren't able to defend on both sides, so we called everybody up because we know that blue is being held at the gate anyways, and they can't really push up, so we all redirected our focus onto gold, and then had Chad immediately start rallying their gates to change their focus. So now they're going to pull off of our towers and start focusing on defense. Before they were on the offense, but now as soon as we start to show up, now they have to play defense again, which is exactly what we wanted to do, to redirect their focus off of our towers. So that was what we were hoping with strategically.
I never thought I'd feel like this. Yeah. I never thought I'd feel like this. Ooh, never thought I could be. I never thought I'd be on my shit, be on mine. I'm spending my time in love like I should. No more struggling, I'm all good. Yeah. I never thought I'd feel like this. Feel like this. Feel like I never thought I'd feel like this. Feel like this. Feel like I never thought I'd feel like this.
And then we start to run some double rallies with red to be able to get some massive damage chained together. So it still only does 3 marches with damage to a tower, even if it's coming from 2 different legions. But it does allow us to set one and basically make sure that we always have a rally going on it pretty much at all times for as long as we can. And even when they want to swarm, let them swarm. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, they're doing much worse trades than you are. And they're leading to deaths as they swarm your rallies. So it's hurting them much more than it is hurting you. So I'm a fan of letting people swarm. Like I said, unless they're whales, unless you're talking about the top of the game, 9 times out of 10 when people swarm, it's going to hurt them more than it does you. So again, it depends on what bracket you're in, but that's what we experience down in the lower brackets in Fearless. Well, the higher brackets of Fearless. Right? G30, I think, is like the first bracket of Fearless. Even though we registered at like 800th or 900th position, we still got top of Fearless. Which is okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about how you play and having fun with it, right? We'd like to be in the bottom of Elite if we could have a choice, but it seems like even if we get into Elite, we get put at the top of Elite anyways, so... 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, you know what I'm saying? Either way, let's just continue to watch these rallies hit, guys. Lots and lots of damage rolling. And we end up sending as much as we can, but here even blue can't crack our defense on the other side, so it gives us the capability to fully focus on gold.
To be
Oh man, can I not wait for the garrison restrictions. Oh boy. So we can start to see the game timer has been 6.5 hours since reset started, pardon me. And in that time, we have managed to push blue entirely out of the middle area and are now working at pushing gold out of the area as well, which will secure the middle for us. Now, don't get me wrong, it does still mean that there's an entire 2 days of fighting left, but typically, if you can push them out in the first one, you've worn down their capabilities of being able to push back and fight back afterwards. That's why just after reset and for the next 8 hours to 10 hours to 12 hours afterwards is kind of the most important parts of AR. That's kind of what's going to determine it. Yes, you'll see some fighting back and forth and things like that, but typically once you get a push, you know, once one side starts to dwindle, it becomes pretty hard to come back from that. So we wanted to make sure that we had as much of a strength push as we could, which is exactly what we did. Right, we were able to manage to hold this off. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of fighting left. In fact, I still have, I don't even finish this first recording until about 8 hours, just after 8 hours into the first day. Solid 8-hour recording of fighting. So we still have a little bit of time left, but I am going to remind you, if you like what we've done so far, if you enjoyed the video so far up to this point, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, fill up the notification bell, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that join button and become a member today. It's only $5 American a month, but because IGG doesn't pay anything and YouTube doesn't pay very much, we do ask the community's help in supporting us with only $5 a month. So if you can click that join button, become a member, you get access to new videos before they go live to the public. If you become a member at a higher level, you get one-on-one instruction from me, you get hands-on experience, and any kind of advice and tips and things like that if you need it on a more personal event. So go ahead and click the join button, become a member. Other than that, folks, let's just tune into the rest of it. Let's just have a good time. Make sure you've got that beverage on you. Make sure you've got that chillax on you, that Benjamin on you. And let's just enjoy the rest of this video and the rest of GROP and Jade going on the demolishing steps and paths that we do. Thanks again for tuning in if you haven't already. Love, peace, chicken grease, and until next time, Stay lifted.
Smoke lingers after fire. Like a potion, empty motion.
searching, I'll be lurking, I'ma hurt them. And all these bridges that I'm building, I'ma burn them. Burn them, burn them. All this money I be making, I'ma burn them. Burn them. Smoke it up. I'ma serve them, spinning on a block with a mop, I disturb them. I never killed a nigga, but I'm ready to spit a hollow right on a person. And the curse, I'm about to merge on a nigga's turf. I'ma let a nigga burn, burn, let him burn. And these pussies better learn, when I pull up, I'ma burst. Make a nigga see stars spinning, leave him on a curb. Burn him, burn him. All this money I be making, I'ma burn him. Burn him.
Atoms fall apart. Solar flares arrive. Buildings collapse. Only a few will survive. The world as we know it